term to expire December 31st, 2016.
And that will be tabled until our next regular meeting. Communications.
We have a communication from Judy Noonan regarding a resignation from the Library Board of Trustees.
Council Lino.
Your Honor, I move to accept the letter and indicate appreciation for the time served and great thanks.
Right. It's been moved and seconded. Is there any discussion? If not, all those in favor? Opposed? It's unanimous. B.
We have a communication from Greg Messer of Messer's Mobile Melt for a request to extend hours for hawking and peddling.
And this will be referred to the planning licenses and development. C.
Communication from Mary Keene of the Walnut Co-op for a request to serve alcohol at Everton Hall.
And this will be referred to planning licenses and development. And D.
We have a communication from Ash Sheehan of Odelay for a request to serve alcohol for a sidewalk cafe.
And this will be referred to the planning licenses and development. And E.
We have a communication from Councilor Greenwald with concern over the growing drug problem in Keene.
And this will be referred to municipal services, facilities, and infrastructure.
Yeah. We have another communication from Chris Coates of the New Hampshire School Administration Unit 29 for coordinated effort to combat drug use and addiction.
And this will also be referred to the municipal services, facilities, and infrastructure. G.
We have a communication from Craig and Tiffany Johnson for request for speed bump on Lucinda Terrace.
And this will be referred to municipal services, facilities, and infrastructure. H.
We have a communication from James Fippard of Brickstone Land Use Consultants for the evaluation of a stop sign at Lee Street and Meadow Road.
And this will be referred to the municipal services, facilities, and infrastructure. Now, council reports. One.
We have a Finance Organization and Personnel Committee report regarding a presentation relating to parking projects. And on a vote of 5-0, the Finance Organization and Personnel Committee recommends that the city manager be authorized to do all things necessary to pursue the MEDC proposal as part of the downtown parking management plan, including but not limited to negotiating any purchase and sales agreements, lease agreements, development agreements, or such other agreements that may be appropriate and necessary. Signed, Mitchell H. Greenwald.
Council Greenwald.
Thank you, Your Honor. I move to carry out the intent of the committee report.
Second. It's been moved and seconded. Council Greenwald.
Thank you, Your Honor. We heard a presentation from Gary Lamoureux, our parking coordinator, Colin, as well. At any rate, there are a number of parking options that are being presented to the city. One of them is regarding came to us from Jack Dugan regarding the Wells Street parking garage. They came up with an idea of putting solar panels on the roof instead of building a whole new parking deck. This would facilitate the construction of some luxury apartments, tax-paying, income-producing apartments. But the idea that Mr. Dugan brought forth was the solar panels would generate electricity, which will they'll get these panels for nothing. I think it's a totally very creative idea. We also heard some conversation regarding the Water Street property, the Findings property, 4.1 acres. The background notes indicate that the manager is encouraged to continue conversation about potential use in that area. But what we're talking about this evening is to encourage the manager to negotiate with MEDC, not cut a deal, but just bring us back purchase and sale agreement, lease agreements, or whatever else for this Wall Street project.
Are there any questions or further comments? Seeing none, are you ready for a vote? All those in favor? Opposed? It's unanimous. 2.
We have a Finance Organization and Personnel Committee report regarding a memorandum from the Assistant Public Works Director relating to a professional services contract for household hazardous waste services. And on a vote of 5-0, the Finance Organization and Personnel Committee recommends that the city manager be authorized to do all things necessary to award a professional services contract to Triumvirate Environmental for the provision of household hazardous waste collection services at the Keene Solid Waste Facility for an amount not to exceed $39,998.67 in year 1, $40,000 $40,798.64 in year 2, and $41,614.61 in year 3. Signed, Mr. H. Greenwald.
Council Greenwald.
Move to carry out the intent of the committee report.
Second. It's been moved and seconded. Council Greenwald.
Thank you, Your Honor. Duncan Watson, our Assistant Public Works Director, brought us this information. Triumvirate Environmental has been selected through an RFP process to process household hazardous waste at the Keene Solid Waste Facility. There are a total of 24 collections per year. This takes the materials from Keene and also surrounding towns. Again, indicating that this was a request for proposal. There were other proposers, and the Triumvirate Environmental was selected as the primary. So Finance Organization Personnel Committee suggests that the city manager execute a contract.
Thank you. Are there any further questions or comments? Seeing none, are you ready for a vote? All those in favor? Opposed? It's unanimous. Number 3.
We have a Finance Organization and Personnel Committee report regarding continued discussion of the Citizens United U.S. Supreme Court decision. On a vote of 5-0, the Finance Organization and Personnel Committee recommends that the City Council adopt an appropriate resolution stating its objection to the Citizens United case and request that the New Hampshire legislature seek a constitutional amendment through Congress to overturn the decision. Signed, Mr. H. Greenwald.
Council Greenwald.
Thank you, Your Honor. Move to carry out the intent of the committee report.
It's been moved and seconded. Council Greenwald.
Thank you, Your Honor. This is kind of complicated. It's a big issue. There was a Supreme Court decision to settle Citizens United. It pertains to campaign financing, giving corporations the ability to fund campaigns as any other citizen can. The specifics of it, I hope that you're all aware of and you've done your homework on it, because I'm certainly not going to try to stand up as a law professor and explain it. Part of the discussion was maybe stepping outside my little intro, whether it is appropriate for the City Council to be involved in a federal Supreme Court issue. A number of our citizens brought this to our attention, so I do feel it is reasonable for us to consider it. Again, hopefully you've read all of this. This is asking that New Hampshire, our legislators consider starting the process through a constitutional amendment to reverse the Supreme Court's decision, where this became a local issue, as Peter SBF, a former state rep, pointed out. It is possible for a corporation to come in and pretty much hijack the city council election. So it is a local issue, and that's what tipped my personal opinion. At any rate, without going into too much more confusion, on a vote of 5-0, the Finance Organization and Personnel Committee heard all this, considered it. It was a matter of months, and again, I hope that you've all followed this, because there was a lot of information from the attorney's office as well as just discussion within the committee. And we recommend proceeding and encouraging our state legislature to pursue this process.
Thank you. Are there any further questions or comments? Seeing none, are you ready for a vote? All those in favor? Opposed? It's unanimous. Number 4.
We have a Finance Organization and Personnel Committee report regarding a memorandum from the police chief to accept a donation. And on a vote of 5-0, the Finance Organization and Personnel Committee recommends that the city manager be authorized to do all things necessary to accept a donation of 4 tires from Sullivan Tire for use by the Keene Police Department. Mr. H. Greenwald.
Council Greenwald.
Move to carry out the intent of the committee report.
Second. It's been moved and seconded. Council Greenwald.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ken Neola, police chief, went to a convention of New Hampshire Association of Police Chiefs, entered a raffle and won 4 tires from Sullivan Tire for use by the police department. So the Finance Organization and Personnel Committee is very pleased to recommend that we accept the 4 tires that the police chief won those.
I congratulate the chief for winning the lottery. What was that? I'd rather be lucky than good. Is there any further discussion or comment? Seeing none, are you ready for a vote? All those in favor? Opposed? It's unanimous. Number 5.
We have a Finance, Organization, and Personnel Committee report regarding a memorandum from the Fire Chief for Advanced Life Support Intercept Transport Agreement. And on a vote of 5-0, the Finance, Organization, and Personnel Committee recommends that the city manager be authorized to do all things necessary to negotiate and execute a new 1-year Advanced Life Support Intercept Transport Agreement with the 10 area towns that we currently serve. Signed, Nicholas Greenwald.
Council Greenwald.
Move to carry out the intent of the committee report.
Second. It's been moved and seconded. Council Greenwald.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mark Howard, our fire chief, brought us this information. Keene provides paramedic intercepts, meaning we send out our ambulance to pick up individuals that are in transport to Cheshire Hospital. It's a complex agreement. However, this serves 10 area towns. This agreement is a 3-year agreement. Currently, we're running on a 90-day extension as this is being discussed and negotiated. The goal of the agreement is to increase the efficiency and the level of care provided to the patient while also making it a more sustainable program, meaning we, the citizens of Keene, are not subsidizing all the surrounding towns. They are paying their own way, which is, I think, pretty important. There's a standby fee that's included in this, meaning that we have our ambulances ready to roll. And the standby fee that the towns will be paying covers the administrative fee with our billing agency, overtime costs, and related expenses. Reasonably complex, and hopefully you all have read through the matrix and the different towns. It's based on population and percentage of service, but the idea is that it's an agreement that provides essential service to the surrounding towns while also covering the expenses of the city of Keene.
Okay. Are there any further questions or comments? Seeing none, are you ready for a vote? All those in favor? Opposed? It's unanimous. Number 6.
We have a Finance, Organization, and Personnel Committee report regarding a memorandum from the Public Works Director for additional street repair work and funding. And on a vote of 5-0, the Finance, Organization, and Personnel Committee recommends that project balances from account 90214, emergency road repairs, in the amount of $42,178, and account 90234, road rehab overlay, in the amount of $39,063, and account 90249, the 2012 roadway rehabilitation project, in the amount of $46,280.56, and the 90248 account for 2012 infrastructure Elm Street and Sullivan Road project, in the amount of $38,415.01. You combine with funds from the Street Maintenance Cost Center for the Street Spot Repairs Project. Signed, Nicholas Greenwald.
Council
Thank you.
Greenwald.
Move to carry out the intent of the committee report.
Second. Moved and seconded. Council Greenwald.
City clerk outlined most of the details of this issue. Basically, $200,000 has been identified in assorted balances of completed projects to be able to do additional road repairs. Proposing to do spot repairs by grinding and leveling and filling them with an overlay of 1 inch. Not a complete list, but this includes Arch Street, Hurricane, Court Street, Darling Road, Surrey, Lower Main Street, Park Avenue, some on Water Street, West Street, Baker Street, North Lincoln, School Street, and Wyman Road. I noticed by exception there's no Pet Shop Road on this. So I will continue to enjoy the speed bumps on my way home. At any rate, this is money that has already been appropriated. It's in accounts for projects completed. It's not additional allocations. So Finance, Organization, and Personnel heard this and thinks it's a good idea and recommends approval.
Okay, are there any further questions or comments? Are there any further streets that anybody would like to see repaired? Are you ready for a vote? All those in favor? Opposed? It's unanimous. Number 7.
We have a Finance, Organization, and Personnel Committee report regarding a memorandum from the Airport Director relating to the PJO Cooley LLC land lease agreement renewal. On a vote of 5-0, the Finance, Organization, and Personnel Committee recommends that The city council authorized the renewal of a land lease agreement between the city and PJ Cooley LLC relative to land at the Bill Hopkins Airport. Signed, Mr. Ray Greenlaw.
Council Greenlaw.
Move to carry out the intent of the committee report.
Second. It's been moved and seconded. Council Greenlaw.
Your Honor. Ed Mattern, our airport director, brought this issue to us. The PJ Cooley organization owns a hangar at the airport, but they lease the land. Their lease is